Hey guys, welcome. Extus here. And if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, be sure to come join us. We'd love to have you. The community was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, service providers who are serious about getting consistent clients and scaling to that 7 figure level within their businesses. We have some awesome resources in there for you, and we have some awesome guests. And today, I have a friend of mine, Timur. So I guess, Timur, you have a really interesting last name. How do you say your last name?
It's Kudratov. It's Uzbek Russian surname.
Mhm.
Kudratov.
Okay, good, good. Kudratov. I think I got it, but I'm gonna need some practice there. So I guess tell us a bit about what is it that you do.
Right. I run a concierge service company here in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
It started as concierge, but it grew to a small group of companies because everything related to services. We do event management, limo services, private jets, helicopters. Like I really assisting clients with their travel inquiries, personal assistance, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything which was stopped during quarantine.
Hmm. Yeah. So you said you
Yeah,
do event management and stuff, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 One of the main streams.
Yeah, I was actually up to like maybe was about 2:30 in the morning because I typically stay up pretty late at night. I was about 2:30 in the morning, and I was talking to one of my friends, and she's got like the same thing. We're always up at that certain time, but she does something similar, which is the events management, which is pretty interesting. Because I know she said with that, since everything kind of shut down, kind of bit, no real live events
Yeah.
are happening. She kind of now is making a transition to doing it on more online. So is it
Mm.
similar to what you with your situation as well?
Yes, actually, we had so many events planned for because in Dubai, March, April, everything up to May 15 is
Hmm.
like really high season,
Yeah.
and we kind of missed it. We had events canceled. We had our own events for members for concierge canceled, and yeah, we shifted. We had a project which was an online exhibition platform.
Hmm.
We had this since 2018, but it was more like a hobby. We were not really developing. And when the whole thing started, that apparently became one of the main businesses now. Like
Hmm.
we do online exhibitions, webinars, seminars, all through platform.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting too because I know with COVID-19, with what's happening right now, for a lot of people they see that something that it's just this main disaster and it's just ruining everything. But I know for a lot of individuals, it's definitely a game changer, which is again it changes a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of opportunities that do open up, especially for entrepreneurs and for people like yourself who you're very creative and you're doing great things out there. So I
Yeah,
guess,
I'll just add to that point. The thing is that what I know for sure that the market will change. So
mhm.
now is a lot of opportunity to squeeze in. If before everything was really tight, all the competitors were next to each other and was difficult to squeeze in within your what you do, but now is the opportunity.
Hmm. Okay, perfect. So how long have you been doing what you do as far as the event management, the private jets, all these different things? How long have you been doing this?
Well, I came to Dubai in 2004. So
Hmm.
I worked for 2 years for the hospitality management company as a lifeguard and concierge, and in 2006. So since 2006, and actually tomorrow, I don't know when this gonna be out, but 26th of April
Hmm.
is 14 years anniversary,
Hmm.
which is tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah,
14 years now.
14 years. Goodness, that's a long time. I think they say you need was it 10 years to become an expert in your field. So I think you
Yeah.
have passed by 4 years, right?
I'm 4 years old, the expert. Yeah.
Yes. Love it, love it. So he said so you moved to Dubai in 2004.
Yeah.
Where were you at before Dubai?
I was back in Uzbekistan. That's the place I was born, and I did some. I was studying at university at the same time. Was working at hospitality, so
Hmm.
that's how I got into searching job outside the country, because I knew that the opportunities out there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I actually spent some time in Dubai. Um, I think back in what is it, 2012 or something. I stayed in Abu Dhabi. I
The
used to
capital.
American Embassy down there, and we did a lot of events as well too. But I guess, what are your thoughts? Is Dubai? How do you love? Is Dubai the place to be? What are your thoughts?
I'll put it this way: it changes very fast, and I can see the in changes in everything,
Hmm.
in business aspects, and life and lifestyle. So it changes very fast. I like being here. It's very safe.
Hmm.
First of all, the whole country is very safe, and the opportunities out there. Yes, it is. It's harder and more expensive to run business than I think in any other city in the world. I mean,
Hmm.
I've tried. I mean, we have a rep office in London. We have a rep office in Moscow and Hong Kong. Hong Kong currently, obviously, is shut. But comparing to all those places, I think that Dubai is still more expensive
Hmm.
to keep business running. I mean,
Hmm.
depends what you do, but still to maintain it, keep it like legal license and all that stuff is harder. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
more expensive. But I love Dubai, honestly. I mean, country. I mean, the not only the city, but the whole country. It
Hmm.
just gave me a lot of opportunities, and so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, love it, love it. I think Frank Sinatra, he said the song New York, if you could make it here, you could make it anywhere. And I think it
Hmm.
sounds like the same thing with Dubai.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah, yeah,
difficult,
yeah,
yeah.
indeed.
If you could make it there, you could make it anywhere, right?
Yeah, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
So I guess in terms of your background, have you always been an entrepreneur? Because I know you run several different businesses.
Hmm.
Has it always been what you do?
No, no, actually, I'm from working family. My father is an electrician. My mother is a telephone operator. And back at school, I think from grade nine, I start working at different nightclubs and like F&B,
Mhm.
waiter, assistant manager of the restaurant, F&B all the time till I got into university, and that's where I met just randomly at one of the places. I was a manager of the restaurant, and one of the guys who were recruiting people, or like there was the first company which is appeared in Uzbekistan to hire people for outside the country jobs, and I got into interview, and yeah, it was just like a chance, and
Mhm.
got myself into Dubai as a lifeguard at
Yeah.
the Wadi Water Park. Yeah, that was my
Uh-huh.
first trip. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
kind of an adventure.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting too, because I was talking to one of my clients this morning, and we were talking about like networking, because I really believe that to succeed, life, business, whatever, a big part about it is just being surrounded by the right people or having the right person come into your life and stuff like that. And it sounds like similar to what happened with you here, where you said you met a guy. I'm sure you
Yeah,
didn't really plan this. You just met someone, and out of that
yeah.
person, that opportunity opened up several doors for you. So would you say you're a big networker with what in terms of
Yes, I mean this
right?
is basically the that's what helped me to build the company, because I don't get shy or being afraid to talk to people. And I
Mm-hmm.
advise everyone, whoever starts the business or thinks about the business or just had a dream, the communication is the most important thing. If you talk to people, you ask questions, you, even if people get, I don't know, some people feel shy to approach unknown person. So I always put myself in different um, um, networks where I communicate with people who I never met. So it helps me to develop. First, it develops my English skills. So I
Mm-hmm.
speak in English, and helps me to understand different cultures and people. That's what Dubai for. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of different people with a lot of different religions, way of doing business, way of making money. That's what maybe I think makes Dubai so special, that it's a multinational. Everyone comes to Dubai to make money. Same as US, most probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so brilliant. Yeah, because I think I spent some time on your Facebook and on your LinkedIn, and I see you
Mm,
pretty network. I see you out there with Tony Robbins and several other guys,
yeah.
which
Oh,
is
that.
excellent. Yeah. When did you go to the Tony Robbins event? Was that recently?
No, yeah, it was. He had an event for the first time in Dubai at Coca-Cola Arena. It was beginning of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
2020, and they had Alicia Keys, Nick. They had it was a collaboration with Najahi Events,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the company who arranged the event, and we were co-sponsors. We
Mm-hmm.
were one of the sponsors of the event, so I had the chance to meet all of them in person, have some pictures, chats, and that was lovely. I mean, there's just another opportunity, and I think having a company which is a concierge service company, so you get to know celebrities and different people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, have you ever? I'm just curious. Have you ever done any type of Marine Corps ball? The
Mm,
U.S. Marine Ball. You're not
no,
familiar with that? Okay.
no.
Yeah.
What is it?
Typically at the U.S. embassies, there's a Marine unit. So I used when I was in the Marines, I used to be stationed in Sao Paulo. By the
Okay,
embassies, we have this, and 10th November of every year we have these events that we do. So I think the one we did, what place was it? Oh goodness, I can't remember the name. But we go out and try to find these venues as well.
okay.
We're going to host the ball because it's typically for the entire embassy. There's probably a few hundred people who show up, all diplomats and
Hmm.
military and those individuals.
Yeah,
But they all show up, and we ultimately just host a full ball for them. So I
yeah.
was curious because I know one of the things is we kind of look for individuals who kind of cater stuff like that to kind of
Yeah, I mean,
put everything
we've
out.
been approached by a lot different companies to cater for the events, but not the marine balls, but a lot of other balls
Mm-hmm.
for backers, for oil and gas companies from Russia. Like um, when I started, it was considered to be a Russian concierge company because I speak Russian. I come from Uzbekistan. I studied in Moscow, so it was purely Russians, like I mean Russian speakers,
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Moscow, and all other Russian speakers countries. And
Mm-hmm.
then shifted during the crisis. We had to adjust. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good, good. And tell me, like, how do we cope with this current situation with COVID-19? Do you have any advice for whether it's businesses,
Yeah,
entrepreneurs?
well, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I have attended personally, and as well, I do go through different studies like anti-crisis sort of networking. And obviously, what people should do is, I mean, first, no panic. I mean, this will finish, and it's just so sad that we were not prepared, you know, and. You have to look for opportunities. I mean, different opportunities in order to understand how people make money now. Yes, we can. What we usually do within the company, whenever we look for different projects or try to understand how to grow, the prediction is something we do not allow, because you can predict, you can focus. There are different agencies who release, you know, different articles saying though this businesses will be popular after the crisis, but this is, I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it's a problem just to rely on those sources. You have to understand how people make money now. What do people do to make money now? So you look around, you check what people make money, whether it's selling masks or antibacterial, the hand washers and stuff, but just check what people do now, and be ready to adopt. Those who doesn't like, because I have so many colleagues, when I talk to them and I say, like, now is the time to adopt. We have to do more sales, because even if you are not at sales, but that's the only way how we going to go through it. We have to do more sales. Everyone should become sales. Let's do through online social. And they say, like, I'm an IT guy, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do sales. So learn. Okay, now is an opportunity to learn, get some studies, get into YouTube. There are so many free courses. So I think that the only way to cope with the current situation is to explore and adopt different ideas and different businesses, change yourself. If it requires to change, you
Mhm.
can't see the way that the whole thing will finish and everything will get back to normal. It's
Yeah.
not. Well, you have to adjust based on the current situation.
Yeah, yeah. So ultimately, what you're saying is that with what's going on here, instead of like sitting home, complaining, saying things about whatever, just figuring out, okay, what can you do now? If it's whether you want to start a business, make some money, do learn a different skill, do that now because now is the perfect time for all of it.
Yeah, indeed. And choosing niche is very important because those who are closed now, they chose the niche and they chose it and it didn't work during this current times. So if they didn't adjust, they had to close. And now it just shows how important it's to choose the right niche,
Hmm.
that you are in the right business through all the times, through difficult times, through quarantine times, through COVID-19, 20. I don't know how they're gonna call whenever it's transforms, and it will. So it's just that choosing the right thing, and choosing the right thing is everything. Whatever you facing now, every business, somebody have faced it and they fixed it, and maybe they spent millions of money to fix the problem. So now you have, because of the internet, because of freedom of whatever, everything goes live directly.
Yeah.
You did something amazing and goes out there on the paper. So learn from this. It's
Hmm.
easy. No, copy paste. The brilliant guy whoever created copy paste. No.
That is so powerful. Yeah, it is so interesting too. Just like you said with the internet, like anything you need is right there at your fingertips. You don't need to travel. You don't need to do all of these different things. Like every single opportunity, even if what's happening here, where you're
Yeah.
in Dubai, I'm in the U.S. in Indiana, and we're having this conversation here, and we're exchanging ideas. So there's no shortage of opportunities. There's no shortage of anything. It's like this is what we have, and it's like I believe it's the greatest time to be
Yeah.
alive today. Yeah.
And I had another interview, and I had this. I mean, it's maybe wrong. I mean, I have this idea that what is happening now, and that the people became more cautious about how they spend. They change their values. Now, no more fancy watches and cars, and all you need is a roof above your head, the food at the fridge, your family health, all that stuff. The values are changing. So, and I'm kind of happy that this has happened. And
Hmm.
I was thinking that I think it's too early. Like if the quarantine will just finish everywhere and everyone goes out, they haven't realized. And there are some places where people haven't realized it yet. They still think, oh, it's all fake. It's all just media. It will vanish, and you stupid. So I think that just should continue for a bit longer,
Hmm.
the self isolation, so people, those who haven't changed their life yet,
Hmm.
will change. You
Yeah.
know,
And
I
it's
was,
so fascinating, yeah, too, because it's like the whole world is in this together. It's like just so interesting where everyone is home. And I definitely believe in what you were saying here, which is the longer this goes, things change, shifts, values, everything is going to change. And that's going to take the whole, I'm not sure, as you said, I'm not sure where we're going to end up on the back
yeah,
end, but it's going to be way different than what it's always been in the past. Yeah.
yeah. Like I read somewhere, somebody said it should not get back to normal because normal wasn't working.
Yeah.
So,
I love
Nakba.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Love that.
No, and you are right that the whole world is just working together towards. I mean, it's amazing. No more wars. I
Mhm.
don't see any news about bomb blastings, terrorism, Islam, whatever. I don't see it anymore.
Uh-huh.
It's like just let's fight coronavirus. Let's not fight each other, and it's like amazing. It's
Yeah.
like a God gift, no?
That is so interesting. Yeah, and programs like this here, Zoom, they've basically changed the game for us as well. Because it's like now you could do everything virtually. You could meet family members, although it's not the same, but it's one of those places where I think it brings everyone else together because now people you weren't really spending time with or people you didn't even know. Now you're like, okay, let's get together now. Let's see how you're doing back there and exchange ideas in a sense, right?
Yeah. It's like you can't say I'm busy now. I have a meeting. So you there? You are in front of your PC.
Yeah.
So now is the time. Actually, I had another interview. People were asking like what to do with those who lost their jobs and out there. So now is both opportunities for employees and
Hmm.
for employers. Employers can find now so many professionals out there who is eager to work, and the terms can be better for the employer. For employers, I guess it's also a good time because now you can get a job anywhere in any part of the world, because now you can do an online interview and you don't have to come to a place, spend some money trying to get the job. Now you can apply and make sure that just go on Zoom and have these conversations, and I'm sure that both parts will benefit now.
Hmm. Yeah, beautiful. So I guess in terms of yourself right now, because again, you're pretty accomplished. You've done a lot of stuff. You run several businesses. You're pretty successful. So I guess in your perspective, what do you believe? Are there any instances in your life that you believe has shaped you to become the person you are today? Are there any stories you could share about them?
Oh well, a lot. Yes, I mean the problem, the good thing maybe, because since I don't have any business background, and I left university at the second when I was sophomore, I had to get the contract and move to Dubai. So then later, I don't know how you call it. I was discharged from university. I was kicked out from university because I didn't. I went abroad, and anyway, so. The only way I was shaping myself and the business and the way I am now is going through mistakes, which I would not recommend anyone because it was a hard way.
Hmm.
There are easiest way when you have mentors, when you have people to listen, when you. But I had ego. I was thinking that because I've done this, so now. It hit me in 2009 when the crisis came and I was almost broke. Yeah, so I think there are so many things I went through, and I've been in jail even here.
Hmm.
So because I was running business in the wrong way, because I was always running it as my personal pocket. So
Hmm.
whatever comes in, same amount goes out, and I just spend the bling bling lifestyle have actually taken me. Yeah,
Hmm.
but it was a good lesson. I mean, it was just so easy because I started in 2006, and it was so easy. I never had difficulties to grow the company. It grew up to the skies for me in 2009 when the crisis came, and that's when I started changing my values, because that time I was buying things I couldn't afford. And this is
Hmm.
my maybe this my advice. If you think that okay, the business is booming, and you just, because what happens, I don't know whether it's US or Uzbekistan or Russia, in Dubai especially, it's so difficult to save money.
Hmm.
If you have a certain amount, let's say you have a salary of $3,000, and you have your studio and you have your uh, Kia Picanto, and you think like, this is, I just need a bit more so I can start saving. So the minute you'll have a raise up to $5,000, you'll change your car, you'll change from studio to one bedroom, and then again you will be thinking, okay, so if I start getting more, I'll start saving. Now I'm okay, now I have one bedroom. Then you'll start getting more, you'll start spending more. And the advice to everyone, whoever I met who's starting their businesses and or approaching us for investment, to be reasonable. That, I mean, it's so important to have the backup plan, not to save for bad days, like thinking bad, not thinking positively, but trying to save that if something bad happens. No, put yourself a target. What
Hmm.
actually you want to achieve, you put another target, you achieve, and so on and so on. So my hardest mistakes were misleading myself and
Hmm.
no task. I had no targets to achieve. I just wanted to make money.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you say now it's totally different for you. Now, I guess, do
Oh,
you do any type of coaching, consultant? Do you do that type of work as well too?
yes, indeed. Like you were right saying that. Yes, around like 2 years ago, when
Hmm.
I got into understanding that now I have an experience and I want to share it, and I do a lot of free consultancies because people do, whoever watched the video like interview, then they call me, they ask me advices about business, how to start business, particularly in Dubai. What's it? So I do a lot of free consultancies and just share information. But
Hmm.
yes, if somebody wants me to help them to, somehow maybe generate ideas or help their business grow, find investors, yeah, that type of consultancy and coaching. Because
Hmm.
I went through a difficult times, and understanding my why came to me only 2 years ago when I became sort of a coach or consultant.
Hmm.
Before that, when people like the person, my mentor 5 years ago, he asked me like, what is your why you do what you do? And I was like shocked. I never asked myself like, and because he said don't say it's money, I
Hmm.
was like, no, I was always sure it's about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's your why?
Uh,
Yeah, I understand you make money from what you do, but what's your why?
hmm.
What's the why of your company? That's why if your people who you hire they don't know the why of your company, they will leave soon because soon the salary won't be enough. They need to understand that they do something for a purpose. And I was like, wow,
Hmm.
yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, and that changed everything.
Yeah, indeed.
Right. Awesome. So I guess before we end here, so what
Yeah.
let me see, how would someone get in touch with you if they need to get in touch with you?
Well, have YouTube channel Timur.Kudratov, and I mean I think I'm the only one Timur.Kudratov there, and with big face. Maybe some other skinny one. Yeah. So I have Instagram as well,
Hmm.
Timur LWK, and I have LinkedIn Timur.Kudratov. So there is a lot of information in Google as well. There are some videos. I run luxury world key concierge company, so it's always matches together.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
lovely. So guys, hey, so thank you so much for being here. And guys, everyone watching, what I'll do is the links he shared to get in contact with him. I'll go ahead and put it right below this video, so you should have access to him. And if you do feel like he could help you in any way, Timur, if he can, just go ahead and be sure to reach out to him. Okay.
Sure,
Awesome.
it was amazing. Thank you for like giving me this opportunity and share myself and story. So thank
Awesome.
you. Let's be in touch. Thanks for the initiative.
Definitely, definitely, Timur. Well, hey, great chatting today. We'll be in touch. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Yes, take care, man. Take care.
Awesome. You too.